This will be a slightly longer video. I want to talk a little bit about kettlebell work, kettlebell clean and jerk, and kettlebell snatch. The reason being, as we progress, some of you will have kettlebells that are a little bit heavier than your dumbbells. And if that's the case, and we do dumbbell snatches or single arm work or whatever, and your dumbbell is too light for what we might be doing, and you might want to go a little bit heavier, you'll be able to switch to the kettlebell, use that instead, and will give you a little bit better work for what we might be doing in that workout. So you get a little bit stronger, get a little bit better workout, depending on kind of how we're set up and how you want to scale, if you want to go heavier or not. Talk about the kettlebell clean and the kettlebell clean and jerk, and then the kettlebell snatch. They're not difficult movements, tricky movements, they're just movements that we don't typically see. So what I want to do is kind of simplify them, break them down a little bit, and we'll start with the kettlebell clean. In our minds, it seems like a complicated movement. We're coming from the floor and popping it to right here, and back down and popping it to right here, right? Not something you see a lot in weightlifting, but a very good movement in terms of obliques, upper back, and shoulder, that sort of thing. So obviously you can do it on either side, whatever. We're going to work on kind of how to do it, how to get there, so that we can transition then to overhead and then into the snatch. So with a clean, simplify it in your mind, okay? At some point in time, everybody's taking, let's say, a backpack or something that's laying on the floor, right? You pick it up by a strap and you sling it over your shoulder and you walk out with it. Same thing as we're doing with a kettlebell, okay? Kettlebell's got a handle, a strap. All we're doing is picking it up, throwing it over our shoulder, and walking out with it, essentially, okay? So don't think of this as any more complicated as taking something with a strap like a backpack, picking it up from the floor and throwing it over your shoulder, okay? When we set up, again, we want our butt back and down, okay? We want our chest up. We don't want to just come over and pick it up lazily, right? Butt down, chest up, hamstrings are engaged, weight is in the heels. Okay, so here's my movement, nice and tight, and then we jump it up to the shoulder. Okay, so what that looks like from the side. Our kettlebell is between the feet. I know you can't see it. My kettlebell is between my feet, just like a regular kettlebell setup. Okay, chest is up. I drop my butt, nice and high. Stand. Throw it over my shoulder. Alright? Chest is up, butt is down, stand, throw it over my shoulder. Okay? From the front, what that looks like, straight down, chest is up, stand, throw it over my shoulder. Back to the waist, floor, stand, throw it over my shoulder. Okay? The quicker you tuck your elbow, the faster it'll snap and the more comfortable it'll be. Okay? So if you're real slow with that movement, the kettlebell tends to kind of hit you in the shoulder. If I'm quick with it, it kind of just goes right there, okay? From this position, we can jump it up overhead. Remember, elbow goes forward, no elbows out, back down, and recycle it. Clean, press, and recycle. Same thing from the other arm, right? Like you've got a backpack on the floor. Stand, throw it over your shoulder, pop it up, and recycle it. Butt down, chest up, pull it to here, and jump it up, okay? Again, don't overthink it. It's just taking something from the floor with a strap, throwing it over your shoulder. No big deal, okay? So we're tucking the elbow, keeping the kettlebell on the outside, all right? That's the kettlebell clean and jerk. Elbow always stays tight, especially in that overhead movement. We're not out wide, keeping everything nice and tight to the body. Always remember, anytime we're pulling anything from the floor, butt's back and down, chest is up, and we're using our heels, okay? Try not to let those knees go forward too much. Always stay on the heels in all those movements. The next one is going to be the dumbbell snatch. A little bit trickier, but still not too bad if you just kind of practice it a little bit, especially light, okay? When we do the kettlebell snatch, we're typically going to do it from the hang, okay? What that means is we're just going to start between the hips with it, okay? When I do this movement, I can do it one of two ways. I can do it back of the hand facing forward, or I can do it thumb forward. Either way. I tend to do it with the thumb forward, okay? That way it doesn't necessarily have to flap over top and hit me in the back of my arm quite as hard. If you're more comfortable with the movement, it won't necessarily do that. It just depends on how hard we punch through it. So what we're going to do with this movement, essentially it's a one-arm kettlebell swing, okay? We're not going way out in front though, okay? Typical kettlebell swing is between the hips. We're way out in front for the most part, and then overhead, okay? Or we step out in front depending on what kind of kettlebell swing we're doing. With this, it's going to be a lot more direct. It's a pull and a punch, okay? So jump, pull, punch. So regular kettlebell swing tends to be more out in front. This type of kettlebell swing, straight up and punch to the ceiling, okay? If you're not punching it, the kettlebell will tend to flap on the back of your wrist and it'll hurt a little bit, okay? So biggest thing we want to do is as we're coming up, and you can even start with a real tight, sort of uncomfortable movement and just make it one movement. Okay? So it can be real sort of tight. You don't have to go, as long as you're not stopping at the shoulder and then doing another movement, it's a kettlebell snatch. Okay? As you get more comfortable, we're just punching through. Okay? So we're here, at the hips, generate the momentum, pull and punch. Okay? From the hips, dip, pull, punch. And we're up. Okay? The harder I punch, the less pressure it is on the back of my arm. So just think about punching through. We can do it with the other arm as well. Same thing. Generate momentum. So popping the hips, pull, punch. That's it. That's all it is. And then as we come back down, shoulder, hips, pull, punch. Shoulder, hips, pull, punch. Right? And that's all we're looking for in the kettlebell snatch. Okay? At first, if you don't punch through it hard enough, it might flap a little bit and hurt the back of your wrist. No big deal. Not going to happen every time. Keep the movement nice and direct. No big swings where the arms are straight all the way over here. It's a lot more direct. We're pulling it up a little bit just so that we can get the elbow under and punch it out. Pull it a little bit, get the elbow under, punch it out. Okay? This will allow you to use the kettlebell for some of the single arm movements that you want to be a little bit heavier. If you're okay staying with your dumbbells the entire time, or maybe you belong to a gym and you've got an entire spread of dumbbells, stay with the dumbbells. I tend to do dumbbells a lot more. There are some things that I do with a kettlebell. I prefer a one-arm snatch with kettlebells as opposed to dumbbells, and I prefer a dumbbell from the floor if we're doing full dumbbell snatches. So just something to add to the arsenal of movements. I don't care which one you use, but I do want everybody to kind of have an idea of what one looks like. So with a kettlebell clean, remember, from the floor, nice big chest, butt back. All we're doing is taking a backpack, whatever, throwing it over the shoulder, and we stop here. If we've got to do the jerk, great, we can do the jerk, and then retrace everything along the way. With a hang snatch, get the momentum going, pull, punch, retrace. Pull, punch, retrace. Okay? Give both a try. Start really light. See which one kind of works better for you, which one you like more. And again, you can kind of mix these things up as we go and substitute movements depending on what you like best throughout these workouts.